Hey everybody, it's Jennifer at Studio J Company. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. How is everybody? We are going to do a fall project today. My hair is a little crazy today. Oh my gosh. Y'all, it actually felt like fall outside this morning. I stepped outside and there was like this nice cool breeze and I was like, yes, finally. It's October. It should feel like that every day, right? But I'm so excited. So I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to do a fall home decor project. I'm going to wait for some people to pop in. If you're catching this part, you might be catching the replay. I see like 3 little eyeballs up there. So someone's here. So as you pop in, say hey. Let me know you're here. Hey, Dawn. We are going to do something, I think, really pretty. It's kind of a pinspiration, which means I found my inspiration on Pinterest. And thank you, Krista. Hey. And it's gonna be budget friendly. We're gonna use Dollar Tree for the most part. I mean, other than my paint, I think everything's from Dollar Tree. So hey, Patricia. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Amanda. Hey, y'all. Hey, Kim. So we're gonna do, okay, let me show you what I got. Okay. You could get any size wreath, you know, or actually, you could probably cut out a cardboard ring. You just need a base. You can't really see this, and I don't have a smaller version. I was going to do a smaller version, but I don't have it. But anyway, this is just a wreath form from Dollar Tree. It's hard to see it. So as you come in, say hey, y'all. There's Giselle. Giselle is up after me. That's with Your Craft Cottage. And then we are in the Stand Tall Crafting Group event today, and it's Crafter's Choice. So, but I would bet everybody's probably doing fall. I don't know. Some people are already doing Christmas. So, but I really wanted to do fall because it feels like fall outside finally today. Hey, Lois. Hello. Happy birthday to Larry. Wow, happy birthday, Larry. Okay, we'll start with this, and this part's probably not necessary, but I want to do it for a couple of reasons. I'm going to take some Dollar Tree, just plain ribbon, and I'm going to wrap it around it, and my 2 reasons are, one, it'll give my leaves a little something extra to stick to, besides this, you know, because this form has all these gaps. Let me get y'all pulled up over here so I can see. There we are. Hey, Sheila. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna wrap this around. Like I said, just to give it something for my leaves to hold on to. Get it started. Just gonna get it started here. Most of the, hopefully this isn't gonna show, this ribbon. Like I said, if you wanted to do like a cardboard, any kind of surface, you could even do this. Have y'all seen like square, where people take like a square wreath form or picture frame or something and just decorate around the edges and make that a wreath? You could do that if you have like a square or rectangle. You could do that. I grabbed 2 spools of this ribbon just because this is such a big wreath. I think this is like an 18-inch. I think that's what it said. I was really hoping to do a smaller one, but I couldn't find my smaller wreath form. So we'll make it work. Let me just get this. Here, let me do this. It'll be easier. Keep it bunched together. But I made, okay, so what I'm doing with these leaves, you can get any you know, faux leaves, any color. But I did this, I did a project like this last year, and I made a swag with them. We're gonna chalk paint. We're gonna chalk paint and crackle these leaves. So I guess if you get some that are the colors that you want, that could be showing through the crackle, you don't really have to do any painting or anything on the leaves. But if you want to, here, look, here's one I did last year. So what I'm using are these leaves from Dollar Tree, right? You can get them at Walmart, Dollar Tree. Gosh, you probably have them in your stash somewhere. You can get them anywhere. Just some faux leaves. But look, I took, can you see this one? I added like chalk paint, and I crackled it. I added Elmer's glue. But look at, because I did a swag with it last year. And I'm gonna have to fix that swag because I made the mistake of hanging it, because I hot glued them. I hot glued the leaves to a piece of string. Yeah, like macrame cord. Well, then I draped it across the electric. We have an electric fireplace down in our basement, and and it clearly states, do not hang anything or do not cover the blower, because it's electric fireplace, and it's really pretty. You can change the colors of the rocks. You can change the colors of the flames. You can have it where it's just for looks, or you can have it where it's like low heat, high heat, you know, depending how cold you are. Well, up across the top, it actually blows out the heat. Well, I draped this across there, not thinking. And I walked out of the room, and when I came back in, all the leaves were dropping off because it was heating up the hot glue on the string. All right, I got a little more than half of it done. Let me get this other. Good thing I grabbed 2 of these. So anyway, they started dropping off, and I was like, oh my god, it was a mess. But I'm gonna fix it. But some of them are still on here. But look, I did some in like a teal color. Isn't that pretty? I don't know. Some of you may, if you were here last year, you might remember when I made this. But anyway, I made a really pretty swag of it, and I had it draped across the fireplace. So I really like that teal. But I'm going to use some of the orange and the yellow and the red leaves. But get some of this going again. I thought we would try a wreath this time. Get my little starter going. How is everybody? Hey, Wendy. Hey, Donna. Hey, Bonnie. How are you? I see people popping in. Let's see. Hey, Donna. Here's another Donna. I told y'all the other day. No, it's Donna and Cindy. Those are like the names I always see a ton of. I have 3 Cindys in my private craft group. I had 2 Donnas. What's another? I think that's the only names that are multiples like that. But it's so funny. Cindy, I always see a lot of Cindy's or Cynthia and Donnas. All right, I'm almost there, y'all. Hang on. This is quicker. I shouldn't have unrolled it. All right. And really, this is going to help in case any of it shows. I don't want to see that green form, that wire form. And you know Dollar Tree has other sizes, so if you wanted to start small, you could. I wish I had a smaller version. Okay. There, got it. So it took almost 2 rolls. If you get the big wreath form, it took almost 2 rolls of this. These were 9 feet each, and they were from Dollar Tree. But like I said, it's probably not going to show. So, but there, now y'all can see it. All right, let's start working on our leaves. All right, so what I'm going to do. Hey, Lori. Hey, Nora. You see a ton of Lisa's too? Yeah, I see Lisa's. But it's so funny. It's Cindy's and Donna's I see a lot of. Okay. This is sad. You don't have to do chalk paint. I just grabbed the white chalk paint. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start. I do like, but you know when you do crackle, whatever the base color is. So I'm going to put Elmer's, I'm going to brush some Elmer's glue over this. Then I'm going to brush the white paint. I don't think it has to be chalk paint, but that's what I'm using. And then I'm going to dry it so it'll crackle. But I want the pretty fall colors to be what crackles through. You know what I'm saying. All right. That's going to poke a hole in my trash bag. I know it. Don't you hate when somebody puts something sharp in a trash bag and it pokes a hole in it? Eek. All right, some of these are, I mean, I can't believe these are at Dollar Tree. I think these are really pretty. I think I got them last year, but I saw them again this year, so they do have them. They're all the same size, though. With this one, I had... Some are big, some are small. But y'all, look at that teal colored one. And you know what that is? It's, I grabbed it. It's a metallic, Deco Art metallic. It just says teal. It's so pretty. Okay, let me see. I don't know how many. We're just going to kind of start, we're going to decorate them and then we're just going to start layering them on here. Well, at least just get started. Okay. Let's start with this big yellow one. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing here. Alrighty. Oh, hang on. I didn't grab let me grab a sponge brush. Okay. So I'm just going to take white Elmer's school glue. How long has it been that told about Bear paint samples? I got the Bear paint samples. I don't know if you're talking to me. I got them. Gosh, it was March of last year that I got them for $1.99, and I watched all last year to see if they went on sale again. I never saw them go on sale again. Has anybody else? Because I bought like 30, I think. I must have bought like 30, and I have them all in my little squeeze bottles now. But has anybody seen them go on sale? Or did somebody say it's been on sale? So, I've been watching. I just don't see it. Alright, so let's get... And I probably won't paint it solid white, you know, all the way down to the tips, because I really want some of this other color to show through. I don't want just a white leaf wreath. A white leaf wreath. Let me rhyme. Okay, I'm just going to glob my paint, my glue, my Elmer's glue. I'm going to let it get tacky. so we'll start like an assembly line. I'm just going to put these. It's going to use a lot of glue. I can tell. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, this will be easier. Which hardware store? Yeah, I went to Home Depot. And it was the Bear, at the paint counter, those, the Bear sample size. But they had them for $1.99, but it was only online. Like, I went into Home Depot because I had heard that there was going to be a sale like that. So I went in, and the guy at the counter was like, I don't know anything about that. So he looked it up, and it was online only. So I just, while I was there, I just grabbed a whole bunch of paint sample color, the little, the little cards that have that wall of all the color samples. So I just picked out a bunch of cards of colors I liked, and I went home and I just sat down and went online and bought them, and they shipped them. But I do want to go in there and have them color match, because I have some colors like this deco art. This one's called Thicket. I love this color. It's like a green, but it's got like gray undertones, I think, to it. But it's so pretty. But I would like to get a bear. And the only reason I like the bear is because it's almost like the chalk paint. It's so much thicker, but it's got primer in it. So you don't need as many coats. So it actually, I mean, especially with it being on sale, but it comes out about the same or cheaper as buying these little bottles of paint, because you don't have to use as much of it. Okay, can y'all see? I'm just globbing. I'm not globbing, but kind of globbing this on. So you can see it right there. I just want it to set up and get a little tacky before I put my chalk paint over it. All right, I think I'm gonna do this one more, and then we'll go ahead and like get some done. I don't want to spend the whole time just doing leaves and then run out of time and not put any on my wreath. Okay. Hey, Diane. Yeah, I've been watching too. But if I see them go on sale, I'll let everybody know. I'll shout it out to the world. Because it's such a good deal. $1.09, well, and I wonder if when they do go on sale, will they be $1.99 again? You know, that would be nice. But I still go in there. Whenever I go in, I always check for their oops paints. You know, they have a little shelf over to the side where if like they mix something and somebody didn't like it, they'll put on the oops paint. Sometimes they get those sample sizes for 50 cents. And sometimes they'll have like a gallon of paint for like $5 because somebody didn't like the color or they didn't match it exactly. You can find some good stuff. All right, I think that one might be tacky over there. Oop. Okay. All right, let's play around with these. I definitely want to do a teal one for sure. Let's see. Do white. I did grab like copper, like the metallic. It's called Worn Penny, I think. I grabbed rose gold metallic, and then then I grabbed the copper, the worn penny, just because I like for some of them to have that sparkle, the metallic color. Okay, let's see. Good bit of white. So I guess if you were making something like this, you might not want to put it in direct sunlight or near the fireplace where the glue is going to melt. So I can't believe I did that. I walked in the room and I was like, what's happening? They were just dropping off of that little string. Hey, Karen. Okay. I'm going to dry it just a tiny bit. I want it just tacky. Okay. Brush. Anyone ever had sciatica? I have not, but I heard that it's extremely painful. Extremely painful. Okay, so I'm just going to brush this over. Like I said, I'm not going to cover the whole leaf, I don't think. Just kind of getting it on here. I love fall crafts. I love fall and Christmas. It's just my happy place. Okay, so see how you can still see some of the yellow and the orange tip and all that? All right, and we're going to dry it. All right, it's got a little bit of crackle. Can y'all see that? But not as much as I want. So, okay. Maybe I'll leave it a little globbier than I did on that one. I'm gonna do the teal. I'm gonna do the metallic teal on this one. I think. Let's see. I'm gonna do a different plate for this. Hang on. I don't want to get my colors all mixed up. Okay. Okay. Can y'all still see? I'm doing, what am I making? I'm doing a, hey Natalie Marie, thank you for sprinkling. I'm doing a, it's a Pitspiration. I found an idea on Pinterest. Wait, you know what? I'm trying to see, you know what? I think I painted the teal ones. I can't remember, but I'm just looking at those. I think I did them white. I did the white chalk paint, and then I dry brushed the teal over it. Let's try that first. Or actually, where's that one I just did? Right there. I'm doing a wreath I've got a wreath form. I already wrapped it up in some just neutral colored ribbon. And I'm going to glue these leaves to it. I did a swag. I did a swag last year. And I want to do a wreath. But I don't know if y'all remember when I did these. I don't want to put this in this paint. I did these leaves. So I want to do a wreath. Now I could easily just pop those off, but I kind of want to fill that swag back up and hang it back up. But I hung it too close to the fireplace and they melted off. I'm doing a little more than dry brush. A little heavier than dry brushing it. Okay, you'll see that color on there. And then I'll go back over that color with dry brush the white so it's not like solid. Okay, I can't tell. I'll do them different. I'll try one where I paint it teal and then dry brush the white on it. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing. All right, let's just do this one, white and crackle. But I want most of the color covered, but I want it peeking through. It's going to be very neutral. They're kind of like chippy paint leaves. That's what they are. You could dry brush like some of the orange and yellows and stuff. You can do whatever you want. You dry brush your school glue on. I've always heard if you do a thin coat of glue, your crackles will be thinner, and if you do a thicker, they'll be chunkier crackles. So that's why I was thinking maybe. Isn't that cool looking though? It almost looks like it's like would be hard, you know, not like a flimsy leaf, but like almost like plaster or something. All right, let's get a few of these going. I'm gonna leave this kind of globby as it is. I'm not even gonna try to dry it a little bit. But if you brush lightly, see how it kind of, because it's textured, that kind of looks, it kind of mimics the crackle effect. Oh, okay. I got teal in there. That's okay. So you can see it through there. All right. I'm trying to be careful with this heat tool because it'll melt this plastic. I felt that last one start to curl up. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I mean, it kind of, if you kind of brush that paint over, it kind of has that crackled effect anyway. So, thank you. Let's see. Let's do, got a yellow, got that. I may dry brush like some orange and all that stuff on them. Let's go ahead and get just some of our white on here. I've got like 1 hour, so I'm gonna get as much of it as I can covered. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of these. All right, let's see. Let's try this one. Okay, it's a lot of back and forth doing the same thing. You know, if you had a hair dryer that had like a cooler setting, that might be better. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, I try to keep the glue tacky, but here, we'll do one. We'll put the glue on and go right away. Let's see, where's my glue? There we go. Let's do that. And we'll do it thick. Oh gosh, I just dumped that whole bottle. Sorry. All right. Because I really want the crackles to show. So we'll do it kind of thick. Got a bunch of leaves here, so we should be good. And you know what? If I have to, I could go ahead and I could just pull the leaves off this swag. What time is it? I may do that. It's halfway through. We'll steal some off this swag, and I'll just make another swag. Because I really want to do this wreath. Okay, let's do this one, and then I'll steal some off there. All right, we'll go straight in with the paint. Hi, Max. Hey, girl. Okay. All right, wet, wet, and wet. Yes, gold on the tips. Let's do that. It's not crackling a whole lot, just a little bit. Okay. All right, we're just gonna steal some leaves off that so we can go ahead and start making our wreath. Okay, but yes, I think some gold, or I got rose gold and I got copper. And this leaf is kind of like a rusty color. So I'm gonna add rose gold. I'm gonna add some copper. And we'll dry brush it on there. you can iron these leaves lightly, like put like a cloth over it, because you gotta be careful because it'll melt that the plastic stems or the veins. Oh, this rose copper, pretty. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see. When the light hits it, you can kind of see the shimmer. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna set these aside. I'm ready to steal some of these and do it. Okay. All right, I'll come back to these because I'm gonna make me a swag since I'm gonna deconstruct this swag. Let me get everything out of the way here. All right, so this is my Dollar Tree wreath form. I just wrapped it in this Dollar Tree ribbon. It took almost 2 for this big one. This is like the 18-inch size. Okay. And I'm trying to think if I want to do it. You know how it kind of curves in? I think I'm going to use, it made a flat side. I think I'm going to use that side to put my leaves down. I do like that one though, but I think it needs some dry brush. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay. I just want the teal peeking through. It looks much better if you put that white over it. I think that looks better than having it so teal. I just want like I want the color peeking through. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, let's just start gluing them down. I'm just going to use hot glue. Hey, Tony Lynn. I'm gonna get one layer down, and then I'll start one going around, and then I'll just start layering after that. You know, kind of filling in. I want to do them in different directions. Hi, Cooper. I swear, every time I look over, there's a different dog standing there looking at me. I didn't even hear Maggie leave. I know it's kind of hard for y'all to see. It's kind of big. I'm just going to pull these off of this macrame string that I have. I'm trying to figure out what's better, to glue it onto the leaves. Put the glue on the leaves or put the glue on the wreath? I think on the wreath is better. I'm going to save the little ones to go on the top layer. Need one of these because it is hot. You can feel it through the leaves. Thank you, Tony Lynn. Your dry brush comes out like a big mess. Just make sure scraping most of it off on your paper towel. You can always add more, but try to just so it's barely any on there. And then I want to do like a ribbon for the hanger. I'm not sure which one, but I grabbed this. This is actually from Michael's. It's got like little pom-poms on the edge. And then I've got this one that's kind of more like boho. I don't know which one, but I'm gonna use one of those as a hanger on the front. Okay, here's all I got so far. It's gonna look bare until I start layering them. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we've got about 20 minutes. Let's see how far we can get. Have I made a paw print wreath? I have not. You seeing the vision? Can you see where I'm going with this? I had a picture I thought I printed out, and I guess I left it on the printer. I was just looking for it. But I saw this on Pinterest, and it was so pretty. Oh, here's a small one. I'm going to save the small ones to go on the top layer. I do want to get one of these teal ones on here, though. I'm glad I did that ribbon though, because I can see it like peeking through a few of them. And I think it'll be okay because it's just a neutral color ribbon. It's almost like burlap. Yeah, it says burlap ribbon. So that works. Even if I just get half done, nice and full, I want to give y'all an idea because it looks pretty bare right now. Ooh, that one's kind of dark. That one's got a hunk of hot glue where I had another one. I'm going to make sure that gets covered. Wow, look at the color of this leaf on the back. I wonder if I must have painted, it looks like I painted teal over a green leaf. There's no telling. Looks like a bright green. I kind of want them going in different directions too. It's very hot. Thank you for sprinkling, Diane. Yeah, thank y'all for sprinkling this out. My page has had some issue where it's like frozen. I see new names, even on like the followers list, but the number hasn't changed. It's something weird going on. Very strange. I love this one. Isn't that pretty? I know it's not a normal fall leaf color, but I don't know what kind of tree that would be. Maggie, you lost your seat, girl. You lost your seat. Cooper got your seat. You left. Okay, here. Okay, so this is where it's going. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna get this one that I just painted. Get this one on here. Maybe, well, I don't want to put them right next to each other. I don't want to put all the teal ones together. I'm probably using way more glue than I need to, but better safe than sorry. Hey, Marilyn or John. Hi. Marilyn and John. Done by me. All right, what time is it? Okay, we're good. I just think this would be really pretty with maybe like 3 layers of leaves. Be nice and full. Okay, where I'm at so far. Huh. You could add other stuff besides leaves too. Let's see what we got here. Let me look at these little ones. This one needs something. Come on there. You could even do it like bright orange, the bright orange and yellow and reds. Don't throw the teals in there. But I think it's going to look really pretty. All right, let's see. Ooh, that one's pretty. Over here. Are you loving it? Thank you. Marilyn or John, oh, this one. I just took, these are just Dollar Tree leaves, stems, and I brushed some Elmer's glue, just some white school glue, and then dry brushed, or kind of globbed on, brushed on some white chalk paint and try to crackle it. But honestly, when you brush that paint over, because the leaves are textured, it kind of has that crackled look. It's like a texture. So probably don't even have to do the crackle. I mean, see how the leaf has that like crackly, wrinkly look? This is gonna be wet, but I'm gonna put it on here anyway. Do it right here. This one here. Time for another glue stick. But it is hot. You can feel it even through this thing. Through the leaf, you can feel that hot glue. So be careful. Okay. All right, let's see where we're at. Let me... 9 minutes. Okay, here's where it is so far. Let me look at it real quick. Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to overlap them, but I want to go in different directions. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Diane. Hey, Cynthia. Thanks, Krista. Yeah, the glue. Oh, my Ryobi drips. I don't even use it anymore. I hate that too because I was so excited to get that. I'd waste so much of my glue. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this one. It's bright. Let's put it. Up there. All right, let's see. So if you came in late, I had done a swag of these last year, so that's what I'm pulling off of here. I just painted a few today, and I'm going to use these. I've just been plucking them off that piece of macrame cord I had them on. All right, let me look. Let's see. Go ahead and put one over here. This one. Let me see how many I got left that were painted. hate when you put a new glue stick in. You start trying to work it out and it's almost like, hey, I'm not ready. I'm not that hot. Okay. One here. Okay, y'all gotta tag me if you make one of these. I want to see everybody's. It's such an easy project. I mean, it's just Dollar Tree stuff. You could even make your wreath form out, since you really can't see the form, you could make it out of cardboard. Or like I said, a picture frame. Because you're covering it up. Just empty out the picture frame. Find you one at Goodwill or something. Okay, let's do, what time is it? I got, is it 4 minutes? Okay, y'all, don't forget, Giselle is coming up after me at Your Craft Cottage. I pinned her, I put her, I tagged her. I tagged her in the description. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say there. Every time I see a place that it could go, I'm like, oh, I don't want to cover that one up. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the little hanger. I'll put a hanger. You could put a bow. I'll put a little hanger, and then I can always fill in where I need to. But I want to be able to hold it up and show y'all. Let's see which way I want to go with this. Yeah, I'll add more over here. So I think, I don't know if I want to do, let me see this one. Like that kind of ribbon for the hanger. Or I got this neutral that's got the pom-poms. Let's see, this one, it's really cute. See what this one looks like. It's so big I can hardly hold it up to y'all to see. Like this one. What do y'all think? The woven one or the pom-pom? What do y'all think? Hey, Carla. I don't know. I am going to keep adding I want it to be nice and full. So, I don't know which hanger I want to do. But that's where I'm going with it. I will take a picture of it. I'll get it all, like, filled in. And I'll put the ribbon on it and I'll hang it up. But isn't that cool? Let me give y'all a close-up of some of these leaves. And I'll go ahead and do more leaves, and that way the top layer will be leaves that I really, really like the most. They won't have little globs of hot glue or anything on them. Isn't that pretty, having the little teal little pop of color? But you could do like an orange color, and then like a golden color, and then like a red, like this golden. It's like golden sunset. And you could do reds. Oh my gosh, you could do really pretty. But I just wanted it to be kind of soft, but still have a pop of color. So the woven, just like you can like them both. I don't know. I'll hold both of them up and see which one I like best. But yeah. So I'm trying to get your close up of them, but it's so big, it's hard to stick it in the camera. Boho, yes. All right, it is 3 o'clock. My time is up. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. y'all go check out Giselle. She's over at Your Craft Cottage. And if you're watching this from the Stand Tall Crafting group, all you'll have to do once I turn off, refresh your page, and it'll, or just go to the Stand Tall Crafting group, and whoever's live will pop up at the top. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a great afternoon.